Have you seen the young man on the Boston Common, dreaming of the time he was safe and warm at home, looking like he has no pride, no one sees the man inside, his soul rusting like a bicycle in the rain? Have you seen them sitting there? They slept last night in Copley Square. Wonder how they came to fall so very far down. People take the wide way round, glad it's not them there on the ground. Anyone can fall from grace once and again. But don't ever think it's hopeless, and say for them that the sun can't shine. Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of Boston. St. Francis House will show you how folks rebuild their lives.
Everyone needs someone who cares. For hundreds of Boston's men and women struggling every day with substance abuse, mental health issues, and basic needs for food, clothing, shelter, and safety, St. Francis House offers nourishment, sustenance, fulfillment, and hope. When Gregory Smith walked through the front door of St. Francis House, he was walking away from years of addiction and lies, a cycle that had taken a heavy toll on his family and one he knew he had to break.
I grew up in Columbia Point. I come from a dysfunctional family. My mother was an alcoholic and my father was an alcoholic. And my father left my mom's and us when we were 5 years old, when I was 5 years old. I got involved with drugs because my mother used drugs and my oldest brother, he used drugs. I ended up dropping out of school. I ended up selling drugs. I end up not caring about myself, my family, everything. My son Jordan does have asthma. He was hospitalized a couple of times, and I knew if I kept doing drugs that I would not be there for my son. So I made a conscious decision to turn my life around. I spoke to a therapist at St. Francis, and she helped me get into the MAP program.
So I was fortunate enough when I was in jail to hear about St. Francis and the MAP program.
The Moving Ahead program is a 14-week career development program. Gregory had a very positive attitude. He really kind of came in with the fire in his belly to become the person he wanted to become.
I recommend that anybody who's just getting out of the system or homeless or don't have any type of education to go to St. Francis and get help. There's all kinds of help there for people.
The Clark's Companies North America is one of the world's premier footwear companies. Clark's decided to partner with St. Francis House to develop a work immersion program for students in its Moving Ahead program.
Community involvement is important to Clark's for a lot of reasons. So it's part of our culture to begin with. We have a belief that there's more to do in the community than just write checks to organizations. And not that that's a bad thing.
The work immersion program actually gives them a chance to come into a company, see what people do, experience themselves sitting next to people, what these people are doing, and just get an idea of what's out there in the work world.
The people, the different facilitators and folks that they were involved with at Clark's, our Clark's employees, benefited just as much as the students did.
I went through the MAP program, and they had an internship, and it said something about Clark shoes. I'm like, what is Clark shoes? I had no idea. I said, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I think that's the best move I ever made in my life, and when I got there, I was so overwhelmed with the people, the love.
Greg was an outstanding individual, so I took him aside and said, hey, I'd like to offer you a job with us. I think you have a lot of potential. Multi-percent VR.
The core mission of St. Francis House is to see people holistically, to see that they have many needs in many dimensions and then to meet all of those needs and all of those dimensions.
Each year, St. Francis House serves over 100,000 breakfasts and more than 163,000 lunches, provides 9,000 medical appointments and 7,000 mental health visits, supplies more than 8,000 changes of clothing, and since its inception, their Next Step housing program has helped over 500 people hoping to transition to permanent housing.
The number of people who come to St. Francis House grows every day. Every day more people are coming to us looking for basic and rehab level services. Unfortunately, public sector funding is not growing at that same pace every day. That's why it is incredibly important for private individuals and the corporate sector to invest in St. Francis House. We need that level of support to be able to continue to provide the support that we give to homeless people every day.
I love St. Francis House, and it means so much to me to be part of St. Francis. I know I'm blessed, and I'm so grateful and thankful for everything that has happened in my life, and I truly mean it.
Have you seen the salesman down at Faneuil Market? Eyes filled with pride, hope and glory in his heart. Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of Boston. St. Francis House will show you how folks rebuild their lives.